whenever we buy any flat or apartment, what will be the value of that flat in future? After a certain years, due to some reasons, if the building will be demolished, what the flat owner will get in that time. Also, there is a concept UDS of land. So, what is UDS of land? Today, we will discuss all of this. Before going into it, we have to understand how the developer or builder gets permission to construct the apartment, from where the land comes in which he constructs the apartment, who is the actual owner of the land. Hello and welcome to Civil Engineering Tutorials. I am Swati. If you are new to this channel, hit the red subscribe button and the bell icon so you will be the first one to know when I upload something new. Also, stay connected with me on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to get all new updates. Now let's get started. So first step is land acquisition. Government purchase or procure land from farmers. So State Industrial Development Authority of government procured lands from farmers directly. Now, as government procure or purchase land from farmers through State Industrial Development Authority, now landowner is that area's Industrial Development Authority. Now, authority will do town planning to develop the land. As already government's Industrial Development Authority purchase the land, it will do some development work on it. So first step is, before developing work, first step is town planning. Now authority will do town planning to develop the land. So town planning. After procurement of land, town planner of the Industrial Development Authority will do planning to develop the land in many forms like residential buildings or commercial buildings. That means government authority buys the land. Government authority, that means Industrial Development Authority buys the land from farmers. Then town planner authority do planning to develop the land into residential or commercial buildings. Okay. So here in this topic we are discussing about residential property, means flats or apartments. Residential property means flats and apartments. So about flats or apartments we are discussing in this video. So what is the next step? Next step is bidding of land. Now government authority will do bidding of the land to sell it in the form of leasing it for 90 years. Okay, government buy land from farmers, then after town planning sell it to developer or builder in the form of lease. Okay, builder is not the owner, in the form of lease. Okay, so after town planning, government sell it to the developer or builder in the form of lease for 90 years. So post bidding, when the land is allocated to the developer or builder, the developer becomes the sole owner. Remember this, developer is not the owner. So developer is the sole owner of the land in the form of lessee for a period of 90 years. He is not the, you can't say developer is the owner. He is the sole owner of the land in the form of lessee for a period of 90 years. Okay. Now, what is lessee? So, lessee means he is the person who rents the land from lessor. So here, lessor is, who is lessor? Lessor is government authority who issues the lease or allows the land to be rented. Okay. Now, next step, developer is paying the rent to use the land for 90 to 99 years as per decided by the authority. It may be 90 years or it may be 99 years. Sometimes it may be 100 years, but mostly it is 90 to 99 years as decided by the authority. Okay, developer is paying the rent to use the land for 90 years or 99 years as decided by the authority. So next, building construction. So after bidding, builder got the land. Now builder will do construction work. So now developer will start construction work on the land. Developer or builder will start construction work on the land. So what kind of construction work? It is residential building. So means apartment or flat builder will construct. For example, developer got the land for residential purpose. He will start constructing residential flats or residential buildings or towers as per floor area ratio FAR of that area or as per National Building Code NBC of India norms. Okay. Some flats, so while constructing, some flats are sold out during under construction and some flats after construction. So at last, who will buy the flat? He will get the ownership in the form of sublessee. Remember, suppose you are buying the flat, you are not the actual owner, you are the sublessee. So at last, who buy the flat, he will get the ownership in the form of sublessee. The person who will buy the flat, he will get the ownership in the form of sublessee. Okay. So, for example, suppose Mr. X has purchased one flat, but he is not the owner of the flat. He will not call as the owner of the flat. He is the sublessee. Mr. X purchased the one flat, so Mr. X is the sublessee of the lessee. So who is the lessee? He is the developer who constructed the flat. So who purchased the flat? He is the sublessee of the developer who constructed the flat. So he is the sublessee of lessee. Who is lessee? Lessee is the developer. Okay. That's why it is called he is the sublessee of the lessee. Next. So developer is the sole owner of the property. Okay. He is not the owner of the flat. Okay. Developer is the sole owner of the property in the form of lessee and the flat owner is the sublessee of the lessee. Okay. Now, what is the share of land in an apartment? Okay. Now, we will come to our main topic. What a flat owner will get when the building will be demolished. So, why building will be demolished? It is also one question. Okay. So, our main question, what a flat owner will get when the building will be demolished. So, first let's see when and why a building demolition becomes necessary. Okay. So purpose of building demolition. So why it is necessary? Why and when the building will be demolished? So first we'll see the reasons or purpose of building demolition. So it has many reasons. So first, poor quality construction. Second, neglect of timely repair or poor maintenance work. Now, building facade is not proper. Structure is no longer safe. Structure is not energy efficient. The structure is not up to current earthquake standards, code, fire safety standard, current building standard, etc. Okay. So, there are many reasons like this. So, like this, Many reasons are there. So after many years, for example, we can say after 25 years or 30 years, due to some of these reasons, suppose the building management had decided to demolish the building or apartment or reconstruct it. Or after, you can say after many years, the government acquires the building and brings it down, or building undergoes reconstruction. Then what a flat owner will get in that time? Okay, this is the question, right? If the building will be demolished, then what a flat owner will get in that time? So these are the purpose. But if it is happening, if the building will demolished, then what a flat owner will get in that time? This is our topic, today's topic, right? So here a new concept comes. What is that concept? That is undivided share of land, UDS. This is very, very important. UDS, undivided share of land. So when the building is demolished or undergoes redevelopment, the flat owner will get compensation on the basis of their undivided share of land, that is UDS of land, which they have on their name. Remember this sentence, which they have on their name only. Okay. So UDS means undivided share of land plays a significant role while purchasing a flat, whether it is a residential complex or commercial building. Okay. So most of the flat buyers usually decide their property purchase based on the factors like built up area offered and the additional amenities available with the flat. Okay, how much built up area or super built up area offered and additional amenities available with the flat. Okay, so according to that, they decide their property purchase. However, the most important factor in any real estate purchase is the actual land that one will own. Okay, so most important factor in any real estate purchase is the actual land one will own is often overlooked. So when an apartment is purchased, a certain value of the land will also be allocated in the name of the buyer. This portion of land is called as undivided share of land. Okay, hope you understand what is undivided share of land. When an apartment is purchased, a certain value of land will also be allocated in the name of the buyer. This portion of land is called as undivided share of land. So it is a part of the plot given to the owner of the flat in an apartment on which the entire structure is built. Okay. Each and every flat built on that particular plot will have a share in the land but will not have any defined boundaries. Okay, there is not specific boundaries. It is not mentioned like this flat owner has this much area, this flat owner has this much area. It is not specified anywhere. Okay, each and every flat built on that particular area. Okay, it is inside that particular area but will not have any specific defined boundaries. Okay, so this share of land has no defined boundaries and each and every flat built on that particular plot will have associated UDS. Okay. Next, the price of plot has two major components. One is price of land, another is price of structure. Okay. So price of land depends on price price of a plot depends on price of land and price of structure. Okay, the building itself is not much important. Why? Because the value of the constructed area depreciates. We all know that the flat or apartment depreciates. The older the construction, the lower the market value of the flat. We all know that value of the building or the constructed area depreciates. The older the construction, the lower the market value of the flat. So price appreciation in real estate is actually the appreciation of land prices, because the flat or building depreciates over the time. That's why in real estate actually the appreciation of land prices, okay, price appreciation in real estate is actually the appreciation of land, because the flat or building depreciates. Due to this reason, the amount of land one owns would matter. Okay, so a smart buyer would actually look at the UDS of the UDS of that place and invest on that. Okay, so price appreciation in real estate is actually the appreciation of land price. Okay, so a smart buyer always look at the UDS of that place and invest on that. So a smart buyer would actually look at the UDS of that place and invest on that. In case the owner has no UDS, suppose the owner has no UDS, he may not be able to sell the property or may not get good returns on the investment. It will be very difficult to resell the property, or he may not resell it completely. Okay. So if you are getting a car parking, so car parking space is also added to UDS. If you are getting a car parking space, it is also added to UDS. So UDS is calculated. So the car parking land is added to total UDS land. Okay. So total UDS is UDS calculated plus car parking land in square feet. Okay. So it is important. So the car parking land is added to the total UDS of land. So it is important to ensure that the builder documents the car parking space in owner's name. So it is very important. Okay. So hope you understand what is undivided share of land, means what is UDS of land, why UDS is, why owner, why the, if the owner has no UDS, what will happen. Okay, hope you all understand. So now some important things we will discuss about UDS. Important points about UDS. You must know this. So the first point, your agreement for sale should mention the UDS. If it is not mentioned, ask the builder. Okay, your agreement for sale should mention the UDS. Ask the builder if it is not mentioned. Next, the UDS promised and mentioned in the agreement should be same. If UDS promised and mentioned in the agreement are different, then clarify that before registration is being done. Same figure of the UDS mentioned in the agreement must be there in the title deed when the registration is being done. You must look at this. Next, the buyer gets the share certificate in case the unit is in CGHS, Cooperative Group Housing Society. Okay. Next, if you are taking home loan, then bank will check the UDS while approving the loan. If you are buying a resale property, in that case, check the share certificate from housing society. So resale property when you are buying, in that case, you have to check the share certificate from the housing society. So these are the important points Now how to do UDS calculation I will show you in my next video. So these are some important things we should know before buying a flat or apartment. So these are some important things you should know before buying a flat or an apartment. I hope you found this video helpful. If so, please consider to subscribing the channel, sharing the video and dropping a comment below. Thank you for watching. See you in next video.